hello. Hello, YouTube. And in a second, hopefully, welcome Instagram. Where did I leave my music? So that we can get this started. That's way too loud. Here we go. Welcome to another, hopefully relaxing fursuit making stream. Okay, so today should be a pretty short stream, but we're gonna see. Hello, hello. Hello, Instagram, and hello, YouTube. Today I'm streaming on 2 platforms again. And today I will be cleaning up this beauty. Finally, I've gotten to gluing the fur down, so everything's glued. I know it still looks a bit crusty. However, that's because I need to do some shaving. That's the plan for today. So let me put on my mask. I hope my audio will be okay, because I will be wearing a mask, but it's not the big respirator, so I'm thinking it should probably be fine. Hopefully, we're gonna see. I just don't want to kill myself with stray fur bits. That would be very impractical. Oh, by the way, before I do that, I could actually stitch around the mouth. No, I'm going to do that later. It's a part that I find kind of annoying, to be honest. So, let's do some shaving. Really looking forward to that, because this does look a bit crusty. Hello, Copenhagen. I'm going to go grab my brush. For all the people on Instagram, this is a dual stream. I'm streaming on Instagram and on YouTube. If you like to see more of my table, and if you like to have less delay, then you can head on over to YouTube. Or stay on Instagram, both is obviously fine. I'm just happy you're here. And I don't have to do this all alone. And I realized I smeared some glue there, which isn't great. But I have to shave that part anyway, so it should be fine. Should I? What was I trying to say? Should I just do like one half first so that we can have like a cool comparison between like before and after? That might be fun. But it would also be a bit silly. It always makes more work to do that. Okay. Start where it's obvious and then work my way through. That means mouth first. I feel like no matter how many fursuits I make, I always find shading to be a bit nerve-wracking. You'd think at some point I'd gain confidence or get good at it, but not really. It's so sunny today that I'm getting blinded by the reflection of the sun on my floor, and it's ridiculously distracting. Let me pull the curtains. That's much better. It's also once again ridiculously warm today. Now I'm standing like I'm throwing a shadow on the project myself. Don't know what's up today with me and lighting situations. This fursuit will be ridiculously hard to get clean markings on, I think. So wish me luck, you guys. Looks so cool, thank you. Thank you, yeah. This is a pre-made I'm working on. And I've been live streaming most of the process actually over on TikTok. But I thought, why not give Instagram a chance to see the end of it? I guess my TikTok audience is kind of missing out here. Yeah, I'm making a tiger. And this character, of course, has a lot of stripes since tiger. Yeah, fursuit live stream. Yes, fursuit making live stream. I'll be online for about an hour-ish, and maybe I'll come back later today even. By the way, you guys, I'm live on two platforms, Instagram and YouTube. If you want Instagram and you'd like to see more of the project, then head on over to YouTube. And if I'm reading comments that you don't see, I'm reading them from the other platform. OMG pretty, thank you very much. Hello, by the way, yeah, hi. Hey Lily, Pluto official, how you doing? I glued this morning, and it still smelled slightly of glue. I think I'm poisoning myself, but just a tiny little bit. Okay, I'm leaving the stream because my connection keeps cutting out, but I think what you're doing is really cool, and I wish I could actually stay. Oh no! That's a shame. But if you can hear this and understand what I'm saying, even though it keeps cutting out, thank you for swinging by. Also, I could answer that, actually. A little poisoning as a treat. Yes, I love the smell of contact cement. Not really, by the way. That was a joke, just to let you know. I'm usually wearing a respirator when I'm, gluing, just to be sure. Nice fursuit head, it's looking good. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's slowly coming together after a lot of sewing. Also, this is a rare occurrence, but this suit doesn't have ears yet. Usually you do the ears earlier, but for this one I decided to be a bit experimental since it's a pre-made. So I'm going to attach the ears pretty much last. I'm interested to see if that works out. Did you hand sew all those marks? Yes, I did. So everything here on the face is done by hand because I find that the seams come out softer and they're just less bumpy once glued down. And it's just better for precision, and I felt like this one needed a lot of precision. A plus, thank you. Yeah, I always say it's not hard to do stuff like that, it's just tedious. And since I was streaming most of the time when I did the markings, it was actually not even that boring because I had people to keep me company, so it was pretty nice. But for now, I'm ready to not make another fursuit head as complicated again. You have talent, thank you. I have practice, honestly. I think it's not really, a talent thing. Everyone can learn this. It's not really hard to make fursuits. It's just a lot of steps. But I think there's a lot of people who, if asked, would be confident that they're able to do all of the individual steps. It becomes kind of scary when you put them all together because it's so many. But yeah, I think everyone can make a fursuit if they set their mind to it. Hello, Geckos Dragons. How are you doing today? Fursuits are not cheap, they cost money to make. Yeah, fursuits are not super cheap, they're also not super cheap to make. But I feel like it's, like most of the material isn't that expensive, it's just the fur, of which you don't need that much if you go for only one color. I'd love to make a fursuit someday. I mean, do it. What's keeping you from doing it? OMG, it looks so good. Thank you very much. It's also, like, on camera, it's very, very red. The red is actually a bit more of a pink. But, I should probably do some color correction on my streams. But I am quite lazy, you know? So, at some point I will do that. It will make more sense if I stitch down this edge first. But, yeah, I don't want to. Can we see the front view? Yes, you can. I can turn this around for you guys for a second. The money, but someday. Also, the money is keeping you from making a fursuit. Yeah, I get that. Definitely need to save up for your first project. So this is the front. OMG epic, thank you. I'm a new sub, looking great. Well, thank you for the sub then. I'm trying to stream more often on YouTube as well. I've been doing it on TikTok. And I recently switched to YouTube and Instagram at the same time. So for you guys that weren't here before, if you hear me read out comments you don't see, that's because they're on the other platform. The dream would honestly be if someone bought me supplies and I did their character and just didn't charge for my labor while I learn. I mean, maybe you can do that. I've seen people do that before, especially if you already have sewing skills and can draw. Sometimes you can find someone who will trust in your abilities. I'm a Therian and I love this kind of inspiration in my masks and hats. Oh, that's also really cool. Yeah, we've had like a few Therians in the chat recently. I think your masks are also really fun. I am decidedly not a Therian, but I would love to make one just to have made one because I like making stuff so much. I'm just not sure, what to do with it. I'm also a Therian and a furry. Nice to meet you guys. There's a lot of Therians around. I'm a toy designer. I'm good at drawing art shapes. Oh, what kind of toys do you design? Because that's also really cool. I'll work my way up to fursuits. For now, I make dolls. Oh, okay, you make dolls. What kind of dolls do you make? Like art dolls or soft dolls? Dolls are also really cool. I make, besides fursuits and stuff, I also make puppets. And props, but props are like the least interesting part, I think. I would love to get into art dolls. Like sell those as well, not just making them, but I just don't know like where the customers are for that kind of stuff. I design action. Is that supposed to be figures? Because that's just, you're writing out a lot of letters that don't make sense to me. But action figures would be really cool. I'm a Therian, but my dad doesn't support me, sadly. That's a shame. That's a real shame. I'm sorry that that's happening to you. But maybe you can still, like, live it out on your own, on the internet, with your friends. Find support in other places. Apparently there's a lot of Therians here. I make soft felt dolls made out of felt and then needle sculpt features and add details and faces and stuff. Working on a commission right now. It's also very pink like a tiger. That's cute. Also, I love it when people work on stuff while I'm working on stuff. I feel like it's a little co-working space, and I just think that's really cute. But also, your dolls sound adorable. Do you make dolls of, like, characters from, like, TV shows and movies? Or customs of people's OCs? Or original designs? All of my dolls have been my original designs, but the one I'm making right now is a friend's persona. Oh, that's also really cool. I have a plushie of my persona. A friend of mine made it for me. I can show you that if you want to. I thought it was really impressive. I still think it's impressive, just to say that. Because my persona is so detailed, and he managed to really capture pretty much every marking, which is really, really cool. He did such a good job with that. I also have my persona as a marionette, by the way, just to showing off dolls today. If I can manage to get her out of my pile of dolls. But since there's other doll and toy makers in the chat, why not show off some dolls? So she's really old, by the way. This is the marionette of my persona. She even has digilegs. I was very proud of that when I made it. It was my very first marionette. Definitely improved my marionette making over the years. Since when are you doing fursuits? I love your persona, by the way. Thank you. I've been making fursuits since 2017. And since 2023, I've been doing it as a job for a living. They're so cute. That's awesome. Thank you. Yeah, I love showing off my puppets whenever I have the chance because it's such like a niche interest. A lot of people don't really care about the puppets that much. Which is a shame. Puppets are so cool. Plush toys make a lot of money. I mean, if you say so, it must be true. I guess only if you like have the customer base, if you know where the customers are. Which I quite frankly don't. But also, I guess it depends on if you do mass production or handmade, because nothing that's custom and handmade is going to make you a lot of money. That's sadly not quite how the world works unless you get like insanely popular and do stuff like designer grade. At that point, you could be making a lot of money. Do you use long fur for the whole thing and then trim it down to be short? Yes. So what I do is I pre-trim everything, and then I do the sewing and then the gluing, and then I re-trim everything just to be sure that the markings are clean. Depending on the project, I do very little of that or a lot of that. So over here, I can put that on screen for a second. I have a commission. This is Luna, a fennec fox. She does not fit on screen because she has ginormous ears. And so with her, I don't really need to do a lot of trimming afterwards because she has virtually no markings. I mean, a bit of markings. Yeah, she has like eyebrows, which I still need to clean up. But everything else about her is pretty much just done. But it's not like this fur exists in that short anyways. Like, I have to shave it. Because, you want the colors to match between the long fur and the short fur. So there's not really another choice. So talented. Thank you, guys. You were so kind today. It's all just, practice. Practice and technique. And the right tools as well. I'm getting a mask making kit tomorrow. That's really cool. What kind of mask will you make with it? But also good luck on your project. I kind of am in love with the eyebrows of this character. I don't know why I like them so much. They're just big and white. I'll make a ferret weasel mask. Oh, cool. That's also rare. I don't think I've made a ferret or a weasel before. Now I kind of want to. I'd love to make a ferret or a weasel. Maybe I need to make that my next pre-made. Now after this one is done, I wanted to make a dragon. I love how that fursuit looks. Thank you very much. Thank you, thank you. Maybe I'll have to add a ferret to my list, or a weasel. Always makes me think of that character from the Barbie movie. What material do you use for fursuit bases? I've tried to use foam, but I have so much trouble gluing it together. So I use TPU. I guess I can just rip open the mouth and show you the inside. So if you can see that, it looks just black. Yeah. No, this is 3D printed, but in a soft material. So this is actually squishy. I can understand the trouble with gluing foam If I work with foam, I use contact cement, which is much better than hot glue for foam specifically. But you need a respirator for that, or else you will end yourself. But if you have the option to 3D print, then printing either in PETG, then it's hard, or in TPU, when it's bendable, is a really good idea. Dragon ferret. I could do a dragon ferret. The issue is that the dragon that I want to do is already designed, and I'm really happy with it. So I'll have to do the dragon first, and the ferret later. That's crazy skill. I'd be like 45 to be able to do that. No. You wouldn't be. I believe in you. You could do this. So to be honest, I started early. My mom set me in front of the sewing machine for the first time when I was like 4 or 5. So I was very much a 24-year-old with 20 years of work experience when I was 24. But I think anyone can make a fursuit. Can I ask if you have a tried and tested method for buying good quality fur? I'm a bit afraid of buying a bad one. I don't want it to look cheap after it's cut. Yeah, I guess. Go for the established brands. I think that's the only tip I can give you on that. So the established brands are Big Z Fabrics, Howl Fabrics, and Linda Wholesale is apparently really good. And if you're in Europe, you can go for a food hall, and they have one that's called Shaggy. You only want Shaggy, the other ones are bad. But these are the options that you have. Fursuit Supplies is apparently also pretty good, but I have not worked with that one. I'm not sorry about my first fursuit is cardboard. That's also fine. I think I don't fully understand, the point of fursuit out of cardboard. I think they look cool, but I think they're more of a design study because they don't feel quite practical. But yeah, if you want to make one, that's cool. I appreciate, the skill that gets into it. I wish I had a fursuit, but I'm still too young. If I would get one, I would just grow out of it in a year. Well, yes and no. If you got a bodysuit, probably. With a head, you can make them adjustable. I can show that to you. So this fursuit head on the inside has a system with a knob, just like a helmet, a bike helmet. So this fits on every head. This fit my nieces. My nieces are 7 and 9, 6 and 9, or something like that. The tiger was given Valentine earlier, but the red strips on the white muzzle was given peppermint. Now that you're saying it, that is in fact true. So the working title for this project is in fact Strawberry Bubble Tea, because this used to be a fox, and it was supposed to have red dots on the snout that looks like, bubbles. And then I decided, no, I want to do a tiger instead. But the name stayed. But I don't give my pre-mades actual names because that confuses the customers. Then they think, oh, I can't change their name because it's called Robin or something. And so that's why they have strange working titles that no one wants to keep. And also, just so you guys know, when I was sewing the fur, I got so many questions if the fursuit is inspired by a uterus, that is the only thing I can think about when I see it. But now that it's glued, it doesn't look, that much like a uterus anymore. Luckily. I had people come into my chat and go oh, it's a uterus furry. I was like, oh gosh, that's my new nickname. I can run like a ferret. That is fascinating. I can. That's a skill to have. It looks like a red panda. You think so? You don't think it looks like a tiger? I guess the ears are also going to help, but I felt like especially this one is very tiger. Now I'm craving strawberry boba. Can I eat your fursuit? The fursuit is only named after strawberries. It's not made out of strawberries. So no. I mean, I guess, this is a pre-made. If you end up purchasing the fursuit, you can do whatever you want with it. You could eat it. I couldn't keep you from doing so. Looks so cool. Thank you. Thank you. Yeah, it's a tiger. I was doing I did quite the number on myself with doing a tiger because it has so many markings. Fursuit is a tiger. No. So, Fursuit was actually the name of my fursuit making business. It's not really the name of my persona or anything. So Fursuit doesn't really have a persona because it's a business. The character you see in my profile image is my logo, and that is my persona, but the character is called Machen. And it's just a nondescript canine. I've been thinking about switching to Lynx because it has ear tufts and I like cats, but, it's been a canine for the last 6 years. Would be a bit strange to go, oh, after 6 years I've decided I don't want to be a canine anymore, I'll be a cat now. I'm gonna stick to masks until I'm ready. That's very wise. But also sometimes that, keeps you from doing something great. You don't have to be afraid. I've done a lot of stuff that I was not ready to do. I've made a lot of projects where I really didn't know what I was doing or if it would work out. And I learned a lot doing that. And sometimes it went wrong, but, sometimes it went right. Want to know a cool fact about Therians? Sure. Throw me a fact about Therians, and I'll decide if it's actually cool or not. Fursuit, the quality fursuit maker. Well, I'm trying. I'm still learning, I feel like. I don't think learning ever stops when you're a fursuit maker. Therians have been here since the Egyptian era. People say the same stuff about furries sometimes. They're like, oh, these Egyptian gods were most definitely furries. But yeah, I guess a lot of stuff has been around for a long time. It just hasn't been around under that name. And also, that is a cool fact. I want to make a video essay on this, on furries and Therians and Egyptians. That would be a cool video essay. I would watch it. I'm your new fan. Thank you very much. That's very kind. I like eating the squishy cubes at the bottom of Mogu Mogu drinks. I don't know what that means, but all the power to you. I'm going to make a video essay about the history of human-animal hybrids through human culture. I mean, the earliest statue we have is the Löwenmensch, which is Anthrolion. I didn't know that. That's really cool. Yeah, I mean, do it. I have an anthropology background and I'm interested in furry as a modern expression of this ancient tradition. You could most definitely make a video essay because that already was a very fancy sentence that I would expect to be in a video essay. I would say that ancient Egyptians aren't furry, but that both they and furries are expressing the same anthropological impulse. That was also a very fancy sentence. I'm not the only one who likes plain bread more than toast. You want to know a decently stupid story about that? So, I'm German, and in Germany, we don't, we have a different definition of what toast is. So for you guys, toast is bread that has been toasted, which makes a lot of sense. Can't deny that. For us, toast is the bread that comes in the square format that needs to be toasted in order to make it edible. We're saying that sort of bread is not bread enough. Because bread has like a nutritional value and a taste, and that toast does not. And we never put our actual bread in the toaster. We really only put toast in the toaster. And yeah, plain bread is really good. If it's good bread and not, the stuff that comes in a square format and tastes like cardboard. Just casually insulting bread. But I have the right to do that. I'm German. We have really good bread, okay? Ah, I'm also German. Well, hello, fellow German. I'm a furry. You don't need a fursuit to be a furry. That is correct. You don't need a fursuit to be a furry. But if you want one, you can get one. I guess technically you could also get a fursuit without being a furry, but that's more of a rare case. Apparently it's been getting more popular for non-furries to get fursuits, and some furries are really, really butthurt about it. And I just think that's kind of silly. I don't, if someone wants to buy a fursuit and they don't want to be a furry, so what? Let them do it. What's the harm? It's not like, I don't know, some people feel like that's watering down the furry fandom. I saw someone comment on a post like that. My culture is not your costume, and I was crying, laughing, because a fursuit is a costume. What do you mean? What does that sentence mean in this context? Nothing. It's just wrong. Anyway. I used to hate on furries. Well, then it's great that you changed your mind. Because honestly, furries aren't that bad. Just a group of people who have a slightly strange hobby. Or a job, I guess. Furry LARP. No, it's more like people get fursuits if they're not furries for fashion reasons. So most of the time they get like realistic fursuits, and they pair just the heads and the handclaws with some really, really nice outfits. So I don't think they do like furry live action roleplay without being a furry. It's more like, they're just treating the fursuit like it's an item of clothing instead of a representation of their persona. And I guess that's why furries are mad about it, because for a lot of furries it's really like emotional. A lot of furries see their persona as a character they have a really strong emotional connection to. And if someone gets a fursuit and doesn't have that emotional connection, they feel almost betrayed. Do you have S's? What's that? I don't know what that is. Do you have a typo in there, or is that a word I just don't know? Emotional support stuffed animal. Oh. No, I do not have an emotional support stuffed animal. Now I kind of want one. But no, I don't think so. I have an emotional support cat. I guess. like an emotional support real animal. No, not really either. I've done for anxiety. I can imagine it's like practical for that. I hope it helps you. But I don't have anxiety, so I don't really need one, I guess. I see fursuit as a mascot costume. Yeah, don't say that too loudly because some furries hate that too. They think a fursuit is not a mascot and it should never be called one. Which I once again don't like see. I think that doesn't make sense either, but who am I to criticize other furries for their opinions? Everyone can have an ESSA. Okay, yeah, I guess. But like, wouldn't that, I don't know, in a way water down the term? Because it's something to be taken seriously, right? And if everyone has one, even though it's not one, I think that feels kind of silly to me. I don't know how I would like find it and what would make it so special as well. They can have them just for company. Yeah, I guess. Again, I feel like there should be some sort of, trying to find my thoughts here, some sort of seriousness to it. Like what differentiates like an emotional support stuffed animal from a normal stuffed animal? If I have 20 on my shelf and they're all the time just sitting there, and then I point to one and I say, you are there for emotional support more than the others, it just feels like that doesn't make sense to me anyway. Then again, I have my cat for company. How much do your fursuit commission cost? If you want to see a full price list of my commissions, you can go to my website, which is creatorium.com. But the minimum cost for a head is 1,400 euros currently, and the minimum for a full body is 3,000. I have 3 kitties. I'm not going to pronounce that how you wrote it. I just don't know how to do that. But that's a lot of kitties, and that sounds really cute. If you want to share a picture of your cats, you can do so. I have a Discord server, and yesterday we made a channel for pets because everyone in the chat wanted to show me their cats. And then I didn't post a picture of my cat, which I should do. I should definitely post a picture of my cat in the Discord. Why do we have to pay for water? We have to pay for everything. That's life. Slightly depressing, very expensive. Keyword glitched help. I mean, it seems to be working fine. I could read your message. Are you sure it glitched? But what about the poor people who will just die of thirst? Water isn't £1,000,000. Like, I don't think there's people who die of thirst in countries where there's water that costs money, is there? Because water isn't all that expensive. If people die of thirst, I would believe it's more in places where there's just no water at all. But also you can just drink tap water in a lot of places, which is not entirely free, but you could, go to a place where it is free. I could go to like a random public bathroom and fill up my water bottle, and it would be, in fact, entirely free. If that's your concern. Hey guys, what's your favorite moth? I don't know enough about moths to give you a favorite. I love New York tap water. I don't know enough about New York to know if that was sarcastic or an actually sincere comment. Is New York known for having especially bad or especially tasty water? I live in the UK. Thank God it rained yesterday. I'm so jealous. It hasn't rained here in too long for me to remember, which is very long, actually. My favorite moth is the rosy maple moth. I need to Google that now. I don't know what that one looks like. Oh, that's so cute. Oh my gosh. I understand why you like it. That's adorable. The color scheme is so cute. Now I want to make a fursuit with that color scheme. Yeah, it's pink and yellow. It's adorable. It reminds me of something. I can't put my finger on it. What is pink and yellow? Don't know. But it's adorable. It's a great choice. I have two folders on my tab because my mom didn't trust the first one. I mean, better safe than sorry. I have 0 filters on my tab. It just expels clean water. Welcome to Germany, I guess. Oh my gosh, your fursuit, that looks so cute. Thank you. Do you have a fursuit based off your persona? If not, are you going to make one? So the issue with my persona is, I showed you, the character has a lot of colors. And a lot of those don't really exist as fur. And it's too many where I can just, switch out one color for another. So the answer is probably not, but I'm trying very hard. So I've been getting in the habit, whenever I order at a new fur store or whenever there's like a new fur, I order that for my fursuit, like if there's a new one that fits. And so out of these, I think I need about 7 different warm, no, 7 different cold brown tones, like with a purple or a pinkish undertone instead of an orangey undertone. And I think I have like 3. And if at any point in the future I have all of the brown tones I need, I will make my persona, but not sure if I ever will. Gotta go see it. Okay, thank you for hanging out with us, and have a great rest of your day. I would really like, to be honest, to make a version of my persona, mostly for like the videos. I mean, I'm not super active on YouTube, but I enjoy making, TikToks and Instagram reels and stuff a bit more. And I'd love to have my persona for that instead of, putting on a random pre-made that I find around. Totally understand that only have white and grey fur. Yeah. Like fur colors is really hard. That's why I, to some extent, really enjoy making pre-mades. Because I can work with fur that exists. I can from the get-go think about the colors that I'll need and make sure that everything works out. Which was the case for this one as well. Like this is only made up out of colors that I had lying around. This is basically leftover fur from commissions. I'm gonna go check out your Discord server. Okay. Not sure, like you can find it on my website. I'm not sure where I linked everything. Should probably put my website in the description of these streams. That would make a lot of sense. It's not super active, my Discord, but I'm trying to build it into a bit more of a community. Recently, we got our first custom emote for the server. I was very happy about that. Especially since it was the celebration emote, and it was done just in time for my birthday. That was really fun. I think ferrets are so cool. They are cool. I don't know if I know many, even in media, in movies, I don't think I know many ferrets. I think everything I can think of is weasels, which are always, to some extent, the villains. But villains can also be very cool. You are one away from 100 people in the server. Oh, wow, so many already. Well then, one of you will have to join so that we can reach 100 people. Hello, Mr. Smile Furry. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I think weasels are adorable as well. Yeah, they can be really cute. I really want to make a weasel with the vibe of the Barbie weasel character. If you guys know about the Barbie movies, so there's the Barbie Rapunzel movie in which there's a weasel character who is the sidekick of Mother Gothel, and I love that character so much. He's absolutely amazing. But he would be a bit boring to turn into a fursuit because he's literally just a weasel. Raccoon, very nice. Does that mean you like raccoons, or does it mean you think that I'm working on a raccoon? Wasn't there a weasel in one of the Ice Age movies? Yes! The one with the eye patch, who was really obnoxiously annoying. I don't think I like that one. I don't know what he did anymore. I know that I rolled my eyes at the character. I know that there's a weasel in Zoomania. But I think it's just one scene and he's trying to sell illegal copies of Disney movies. Was that the weasel? But yeah, the one in Ice Age at least has a bit more character design because he has an eye patch. I think some of the protagonists, one of the female protagonists, thought he was very charming or something. This persona looks amazing. Thank you very much. Yeah, it's a pre-made design. I designed the character myself. And it will be for sale at my next convention. Weasel fursuits, what will be cool to see? Yeah, at some point I'll make a weasel. I'll put it on the list. Again, I need to make my dragon first because I really want to make a dragon. And obviously I need to finish and sell the tiger first, and I still have a fox pre-made lying around. What color do you think our weasel should be? Do you have preferences like a natural brown, or do you want a colorful weasel? I love apricot yogurt. I mean, great for you, I guess. I'm more of a strawberry type. If you couldn't tell from me naming this thing strawberry bubble tea. Buck is the coolest Ice Age character. Oh no, I just told you I didn't like him as much. I guess we'll have to agree to disagree. I'm not sure who I think. No, it's Diego. Never mind. I know who the best Ice Age character is, and it's Diego. He's just really cool. Though I haven't seen the Ice Age movies in a long, long time. I don't think I've seen all of them. But from what I remember, when I saw the movies for the last time, which was years ago, I thought Diego was the best. But also I was a teenager and he was just the most edgy, I guess. Though Buck is also very edgy. Guys' favorites are like living slinkies, or just really wet noodles. I guess that cats can be too, though, I think. Like, my cat is also very wobbly. My cat specifically, like my parents have a cat, and when you pick him up, he just stiffens like a wooden board. He's just, no muscle is moved anymore. But my cat is a bit more of a, you pick her up and she just hangs, entirely given up on everything, just hanging. This is my life now. It's probably what she's thinking. Sadly, we can't make the living slinky energy into a fursuit. Do you like nano kits? I think they look cool. I've never made one. I would love to make one. I would love to make, all kinds of species. I think the tails look really cool. And I've never made a shark tail before, so that would be a fun journey. Hopefully. Love the tails as well. Yeah, the tails are really, they are the best part. I don't like the eyes as much. I think the face shape is really cool, but I just want them to have eyes. When it comes to cutting the fur, so you don't put a hole into it. Not sure if I fully understand the question, but if you're thinking how am I making sure to not cut a hole into the fur right now, it's just I'm careful. Yes, are cool though because you can use sunglass lenses and then you can see really well. Yeah, that's an argument. Though if you go for a Toonie style with big black pupils, you can also use sunglass lenses for that. I think Schneeparty Creations does that. So depending on the style, you can also do that. I don't like that. I like it when my eyes are soft. So I pretty much never use black. I'm willing to give up that bit of sight in favor of it looking prettier, in my opinion. It's just, it depends on taste, I guess. Okay, just to let you know that it doesn't happen so abruptly. I have time until shortly before 1, which is in about 12 minutes. So I will be ending the stream relatively soon, just so you guys are prepared and I'm not, pushing you out of the stream out of nowhere. I'm freezing. How can you be freezing? It's the middle of summer. Are you somewhere where it's cold? Are you on the other end of the world and it's winter right now? I wish it was colder, honestly. I'm just slowly sweating away, which is something you probably don't want to know, because that's not super undisgusting. I live in Ireland. Oh, very nice. Is it fun to live there? I'm not gonna go. Yeah, my new favorite. Oh, that's so sweet. No, yeah, sadly, I have to go. I might be coming back later. I do that relatively often. That I stream. I call it my morning streams, even though they start at like 11, and then I come back after having some lunch. Yeah, it's really fun. Oh, that's great. Hello, Asha Draws. How are you doing today? Welcome to the stream. I'm from Oz. So, at the risk of sounding very uneducated, that's Austria, not Australia, right? It's really nature-like. Oh, you have a lot of nature. Can imagine. I heard Ireland is supposed to be very green. Yes, the most common color here is green. I'm just thinking what the most common color over here is. I think green is also pretty close. We have a lot of green. Though we also have a lot of fields with like farming, corn. I'm from Australia. Okay, nice. My favorite kid is Pax by Polka Spots, if you've ever seen her. No, I have not. Sadly, now I'm kind of interested to see. I can write it down somewhere. I'll write it down on this package or something. Do I have a pencil in my pocket? No. Okay. I'll write it down. I'll check it out later. I always like it when people show me like cool new stuff I need to check out. I'm not super active on social media in terms of watching content and staying up to date with furry stuff. So it happens pretty often that people tell me about something that's happening right now and I haven't heard about it yet. Yeah, I'm here again. Well, welcome back. Sad news for you. I will be ending the stream in about 5 minutes, but I might come back later for a second stream. It's okay. I've got to go too. I just came in to say hi. Well, thank you for saying hi then. Hello, Sony Dragons. How are you doing today? Head to me work. You have a job making fursuits. Yes, this is my job, making the fursuits. That's why I can stream so much. Last week I streamed no, the week before last week I streamed every single day for at least 3 to 5 hours. Because this is my job and I'm doing it anyways, and so I thought, why not try streaming and figuring out if that's fun. I'm making some tiny wings for my second dino mask. That's really cool. Wings are really cool. Some point, I promise, I'm gonna make some wings too. Maybe when I finally get around to making that dragon fursuit I really want to make, I'll make the dragon some wings. Pax was actually on Spain's Got Talent, which was pretty cool. Oh, that is in fact really cool. I don't think I've seen many furries on TV. I was I was in a TV show in Fursuit a while back, but it wasn't like a talent show. It was a romantic drama, and I was like an extra. I was just walking through the frame like 2 times or something, and it was really bad. Like the show was so bad, and like the furry fandom got so mad because the fursuit they had for the protagonist was a knockoff. And everyone was fuming, which was ridiculous because they asked me a lot of questions about fursuits. I was their source on fursuits and the like what not to do in fursuits, and they could have asked me. They could have run their like main costume by me and could have said, "Hey, should we use this?" And I would have said no. But they were not smart enough to do that. So it's kind of their own fault that they caused a shitstorm. Oh, cool, you're famous. I'm not famous. I was just, on TV once. Again, 2 seconds. Walked through frame twice. Oh, I just joined, but that vest looks so cool. Thank you. Thank you very much. I'm done with the head I'm working on, painting the tail, a big one, the paws and the wings. Nice. Hello, alien cat Meep. How are you doing? So yeah, the tiger I'm working on is slowly but surely getting into like the finishing stages. Which is very nice because I feel like I've been working on this thing for so long. The markings were quite a lot of work to stitch together. The fursuit looks gorgeous. Thank you. Thank you very much. I hope it finds a good home. Someone who appreciates it. She will go off stream at 1 p.m. to have a lunch break soon. Yes. I think I'll trim this marking and then I'll have to say goodbye. But I'll be back today. I need to, finish all of this trimming at some point today. How much do your fursuits cost? If you want, you can check out my website for a full price list. But a full body is at least 3,000 euros. Okay, so that marking is done. I didn't do that super nicely. I'll have to go over that again. Okay, so this is how far I've come. That is the cleaned up side. That is the not very cleaned up side. I feel like we can see a difference here. Especially that one. That one came out pretty nice, if I may say so myself. Over here it needs a bit of help. So that's what I'm going to do after my lunch break. What sort of foam do you use? None. This is 3D printed. So if I use foam, I sometimes do so for the ears, and depending on the size, I use EVA foam or upholstery foam. So big ears, it's upholstery foam, small ears, it's EVA foam. I also use EVA foam for the feet paws as the bottoms of the feet. Not the part that touches the floor. I always make sure to put something underneath. I'm in for dumping, guys. Anyway, it's 1, so I'll have to end the stream now. I will be taking my lunch break. And I hope to see you guys later on, if you want to join me again for a bit more fur trimming. Thank you all for hanging out with me. Why did I just try my head and it's the same, right? But I will come back later. It was nice to watch. Thank you very much.